what really is photography? Well, it's been some years taking photos with my camera, but I've always thought what really is the meaning of photography. Well, yeah, you can always take a dictionary and you can find a meaning of it or an explanation of it, but that is just a generic explanation, not the real meaning. Photography is always related to art, and the meaning is also very, very different. The first camera obscura, or the dark room in Latin, is takes an image of a scene dates back to ancient China. The first camera obscura was a pinhole camera, but slowly the technology advanced. The camera, which was used to be in the size of a room, slowly it became small, and right now it is in your palm in form of mobile camera. Photography of the loved ones who are dead may seem morbid, but in ancient Victorian era, it is a way of blunting the sharpness of grief. It is a way of remembering the one whom you have lost unexpectedly. It is a way of keeping the memories alive. But taking such photos was not an easy process. You have to sit with your loved ones who are already dead for quite a long time, because it was a non-exposure photography. There's no other way. But slowly and slowly, gradually, the technology changed, and right now you can keep a photo or delete it without an hesitation or thinking about it, and retake a photo again and again and again. But in ancient time, well, it was not possible. This photography of the dead ones slowly changed and divided into different genres of photography. Well, to be precise, in 50 different genres of photography, like portrait, landscape, astronomy, many others. And for each and every genres, there are also different photographers who are expert in their genres. Well, photographers like Short Stash or all Garrett King, Pat K, Kutoviga are just to name a few. These guys are taking photos in their own different style. These guys are not using any other camera that you and me are not able to use. These guys are not using any other software, editing software that you and me are not able to use. But these guys are still taking photos which will ask you or which will make you to go to that place. These guys understood what is the meaning of photography, and they have created their own style. But this is all modern day photographers. But there is a photographer who inspired me, is Van Ho. Well, mostly his photos are of black and white, but he is telling much more story that I could ever tell in my photos. His famous photographs like Obedience, White Window, 4, and my personal favorite, The Approaching Shadow, just to name a few. His way of photography is way different than any modern day photographer. The serene nature of Ho's work is particularly remarkable considering the state of Hong Kong in those prolific decades. The artist and his family, like many other people, has flown down to the city due to the uprising of nationalist communists in China. But the thing is, whenever you will see Ho's work, you will not find those chaotic times. You will not see those chaotic times. Rather, but silence, peace. His work is different. He decided to not to show any of those time, but show you an entirely different picture that he wished to see. But does this make our modern day photographer any less? Well, no. Every photographer has a different style. Who has chose black and white to tell the stories? And guys like Pat K. Kutovika, those guys are showing an entirely different picture. Those guys understood what is the meaning of the photography and decided to show you that picture in their own different style. These guys are painting in their own different style. This guy understood like what makes a place, what makes a place beautiful. And this guy is showing you that. But still, the question still remains. What is the meaning of photography? Well, every different photographer has a different explanation for it. But for me, it is telling stories. Well, according to me, every scene has a different story in it. And I try to tell those stories through my camera. For me, when a scene is past, there's no way to get that moment back. Rather than just to click a picture of it, and we can relive that moment again and again and again. But you can only try your best to tell your stories through your camera. The viewer will see the stories in their own way. Well, I haven't still gone to that part level of telling the stories. I'm still improving in my part. But yes, I am still failing. But I will fail again and again till I reach that level, till I am able to tell my stories through my pictures. Well, that's it for today. See you till next time.